explore the fascinating structures and functions of two very different, yet essential, cell types in the human body: red blood cells and nerve cells. Red blood cells, erythrocytes. Structure. Red blood cells are highly specialized and uniquely adapted for their primary function. Here are their key structural features. Biconcave disc shape. They are flattened, round, and depressed in the center, resembling a donut, but not hollow. This shape significantly increases their surface area to volume ratio, which is crucial for efficient gas exchange. It also provides flexibility, allowing them to squeeze through tiny capillaries. Enucleated, lack a nucleus. Mature human red blood cells do not have a nucleus or most other organelles, like mitochondria, ribosomes, etc. This absence provides more internal space to accommodate a massive amount of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. This is the most abundant protein in red blood cells and is responsible for their characteristic red color. Hemoglobin is a complex metalloprotein containing 4 heme groups, each with an iron atom. This iron atom is what reversibly binds to oxygen. Cell membrane. A flexible phospholipid bilayer membrane encases the cell, maintained by a network of proteins, spectrin, actin, etc., that form a cytoskeleton. This provides structural integrity and malleability, allowing the cell to change shape as it navigates the circulatory system. Functions. The primary functions of red blood cells revolve around gas transport. Oxygen transport. This is their most vital role. In the lungs, where oxygen concentration is high, hemoglobin binds to oxygen, forming oxyhemoglobin, which gives arterial blood its bright red color. Red blood cells then carry this oxygen to the body's tissues. Carbon dioxide transport. While most carbon dioxide is transported in the blood as bicarbonate, red blood cells also play a role. Hemoglobin binds to some carbon dioxide, forming carbaminohemoglobin. Additionally, red blood cells contain the enzyme carbonic anhydrase, which facilitates the conversion of carbon dioxide and water into bicarbonate, aiding in carbon dioxide transport back to the lungs for exhalation. Buffering action. Hemoglobin acts as an effective buffer, helping to regulate the pH of the blood and maintain acid-base balance. Blood group determination. The surface of red blood cells carries specific antigens, like A, B, and Rh factor, that determine an individual's blood type, which is crucial for safe blood transfusions. Nerve cells, neurons. Structure. Neurons are the fundamental units of the nervous system, designed for transmitting electrical and chemical signals. While their shapes and sizes vary greatly depending on their function and location, most neurons share 3 basic parts. Cell body, soma. This is the central part of the neuron, containing the nucleus and most of the cell's organelles. Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, etc. It's where the neuron's metabolic activities occur and where most proteins are synthesized. The cell body integrates incoming signals. Dendrites. These are short, branching, tree-like extensions that protrude from the cell body. Their primary function is to receive signals, information, from other neurons. They have numerous receptors on their membranes that bind to neurotransmitters. Axon. This is a single, typically longer, tube-like extension that carries electrical impulses, action potentials, away from the cell body to other neurons, muscles, or glands. Axon hillock. The region where the axon emerges from the cell body. It's often the trigger zone for the action potential due to a high concentration of voltage-gated ion channels. Myelin sheath. Many axons are covered by a fatty, insulating layer called the myelin sheath, produced by Schwann cells in the peripheral nervous system and oligodendrocytes in the central nervous system. This sheath dramatically increases the speed of nerve impulse conduction. Gaps in the myelin sheath are called nodes of Ranvier. Axon terminals, synaptic boutons, nerve terminals. At the end of the axon, it typically branches into multiple axon terminals. These specialized structures form synapses with target cells. Functions. Neurons are specialized for communication within the nervous system. Receiving signals. Dendrites in the cell body receive incoming chemical or electrical signals from other neurons or sensory receptors. Integrating signals. The cell body processes and integrates these numerous incoming signals. It determines whether the combined excitatory and inhibitory inputs are strong enough to generate an action potential. transmitting signals, action potentials. If the integrated signal reaches a certain threshold, the neuron generates an electrical impulse called an action potential. This impulse travels rapidly down the axon, communicating with target cells. Synaptic transmission. When the action potential reaches the axon terminals, it triggers the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters into the synaptic cleft, the tiny gap between neurons. These neurotransmitters then bind to receptors on the target cell, another neuron, muscle cell, or gland, either exciting or inhibiting its activity. Forming networks. Neurons connect with each other to form complex neural circuits, allowing for the processing of information, coordination of movement, sensory perception, and cognitive functions like memory and learning. In summary, while red blood cells are essentially sacs of hemoglobin, optimized for efficient gas transport, nerve cells are intricate communication specialists, forming the complex network that allows our bodies to sense, think, and act.